Our top story for this half hour: Iran has called on the international community to compel Israel to join the Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty. Iran's deputy ambassador to the UN, Issam al-Habib, said the International Atomic Energy Agency should be allowed to inspect Israel's nuclear facilities. He described Tel Aviv as an obstacle to a Middle East free of nuclear weapons. Iran's envoy also highlighted the U.S. nuclear activity, saying it has conducted more nuke tests than any other country and has the most nuclear arsenal. Issam al-Habib said Washington has no intention of ending its testing and is also upgrading its nuclear weapons. He said the U.S., by leaving international treaties like the Intermediate Range Nuclear Forces Treaty, or INF, has dealt a major blow to the nuclear disarmament process. Political analyst Ryan Dawson joins us now from Osaka. Mr. Dawson, first of all, walk us through the recent comments made by Iran with regards to the international community asking Israel to join the NPT.
Yes, I think it's a wonderful idea. Why shouldn't they join the NPT? Everyone else who has nuclear weapons is on other than Israel. So why shouldn't they be open to inspection? Now, officially, the United States won't even acknowledge that Israel has nuclear weapons. Everyone knows they do. The whistle has been blown on that. And they acquired that technology by stealing it from the United States. And yet they can't even admit they have them, much less try and inspect them. There have been presidents in the past that wanted to do this. And we know that JFK sent his brother over to inspect Dimona. Unfortunately, both the Kennedys were shot, and there really hasn't been any movement toward pushing Israel to do this since. But it's good for Iran to be bringing it up. Israel and Iraq was invaded over the supposed threat of WMDs, and I know that Bashar al-Assad also called for the same thing. Why not get rid of all weapons of mass destruction across the Middle East, including nuclear weapons, and if not, at least allow them to be inspected? But Israel will not allow this.
Well, also, the issue of the U.S. leaving the international treaties like the INF was also mentioned by Iran's deputy ambassador to the UN, Issam al-Habib. Let's talk about the temperament of the United States with regards to these treaties. It's not making the world a safer place, is it?
No, and it took so much effort and work to get these treaties made. And we went through the Cold War with the Soviet Union and the United States. And things are much less threatening now than during the Cold War. Russia is supposed to be an ally of the United States, and yet they're leaving treaties rather than making more, and they're trying to expand NATO. The U.S. is breaking every promise it ever made. What is the benefit of leaving such a treaty? Would you want to get toward nuclear war? Do you want to be within mid-range of missiles? What is the purpose of that other than offense? I don't see any good in it.
Okay, political analyst Ryan Dawson joining us from Osaka. Thank you.